I really enjoyed Hayley's meal. I thought the starter was lovely. Cheese was a bit, I'm not a cheese lover anyway, but the mushroom was really tasty. The pasta was delicious. I love salmon, and the dessert was nice. I'm not a cream lover, it's a bit too thick for me, but I really like the fruits of the peach tonight. That is why I'm giving Hayley a 7.
Okay, so I thought Hayley done a pretty good job for the first night. I think the best dish was probably the mushrooms. The salmon pasta was nice, but it could have done with a little bit more flavour. And I didn't like the peaches in the peach dessert, but other than that, it's been a very good night and she's done really well. And I'm going to give her a 5.
Okay, so I thought this was a great start to the event. Hayley's done a good job, so full marks to her for starting us off. I think it's a great house. We've had a lovely evening. Shame I couldn't be drinking, so living just a little bit too far away for us all. Great first course, great main meal. I think the dessert lets down a little bit with tinned peaches, not too adventurous. But all in all, very good evening. I'm going to give her a 7.
Hello. I'm going to give Hayley an 8 this evening, purely because all of her dishes had real taste and I really enjoyed every one of them. She's a great host and she made sure everyone was catered for with the drinks, etc. And I've really had a good night. That's me over and out.
Hiya. Right, so I think I am going to give Hayley a 9. Because I thought she was a great hostess, her food was brilliant, and I think the only reason I knocked her down a point off from 10 was because her menu was really late. But it was a great menu and she's a hostess with mostess, and she's got a 9.
Okay, we've had a great night, Hayley. She's been a brilliant hostess, the food was great, and yeah, it was just brilliant. Lovely house as well, nice to get around snooping around somebody's house, and so for that reason I'm going to give her a 9.
Right, it was mince, so it wasn't that great. The starter was really tasty. I didn't like too much cheese, but the bacon was lovely. And the dessert was delicious, which is what pulled you back with a 7. Thanks.
Oh, where? Okay, so I think the starter... Okay, so I think the starter was okay. It wasn't too keen on the camembert, but overall it was quite nice. The main was lovely, and the dessert was even better, so I'm going to give Claire an 8. Oh, you're right! Is that Claire? Is it recording? Hi. Claire, very good come dine with me. Liked the presentation. A bit disappointed about the shape of the napkins, but you know, can't win them all. Start was very nice, like the cheese. Yeah, tiger bread, nice. Main, bit brown on the lettuce, but a bit too many tomatoes and a little bit old. But lasagna was very nice. Didn't taste like normal lasagna. Dessert is very nice, even though there was no cream, but I think it was right. Didn't need any cream because it was very rich. Could have done with a few more strawberries. I know you had some extra, but they would have meant I had to cut it myself. So I'm going to give you a 7. Whee!
Okay, so we know Claire was really nervous, and I think she's done a really good job. Starters, well, actually when I came in the front door to start with, she's wearing a cycling kit, so you know, that wasn't a great introduction to the evening, but you know, starters came fairly well. Cheese and ham, you know, fairly simple. Lasagna I thought was a good sturdy main course, but I think she could have done better. Professed to being an expert in mince, but I think her expertise was the dessert. Definitely the cheesecake was absolutely perfect, and a good night overall. So I'm going to give Claire a 6.
Hiya! Right,
so Claire's funky evening. She's an absolutely hostess for the mostess. In terms of the food, her food was very lovely, except her starter was quite basic, but very tasty, and the lardons were awesome. And her mains, the lasagna was lovely, but a bit flavoursome, or lacking in flavour. And then her dessert was absolutely gorgeous. So she's a hostess with mostess, and she did so well. A bit more on the starter and the main, but the dessert was gorgeous. So for that, I'll give her a number 6 for her efforts and her food with the dessert. But yeah, thank you for a good evening.
Claire's turn tonight, and she did a fantastic job. Poor girl's been stressing for weeks and weeks because Hayley set such a hard task the first time we all got together. Great starter, pretty good main as well, and a fantastic pudding. Pretty good hostess throughout things. This isn't really her bag at all. Drinks are topped up and everything, and I'm giving Claire a 10.
Right, so it was a little bit too spicy for me, but the chicken was very well cooked. The entree was interesting, quite nice. Love asparagus, not so sure about anchovies. Dessert was great, pulled together at the end, quite nice and very sweet and very delicious. Great hostess, a little bit later than I expected, but it was still really nice. But I still only gave you a 5.
That means you're just giving her a 1. I'm recording.
Okay. Hi, Susie. Really like your house, your flat. It's very nice. And I think you've done very well tonight. And I liked all your food and all the appetisers as well. And you was the hostess with the mostess, even though we had to get our own drink at the start. But I let you off for that one. So I'm going to give you an 8.
Okay, dinner number 3. I must admit, at times this evening I probably was a little bit hungry because the service wasn't great, but I ended up helping out, so we did manage to eat dinner by 10 o'clock. Great effort, really entertaining evening, Suze, you're brilliant, and I'm going to give you an 8.
Okay. Sue's done a really good job, apart from the fact that it was pretty late as it's now 25 to 12, but I'll give her an 8 for her effort, and the food was pretty good. Well done.
Susie, it was disappointing from the start. To be honest, we couldn't read your menu, there were too many courses, it was way too extravagant, and quite frankly you spoilt the whole night viewing aspect of the night. So after 4 hours of waiting, I'm going to give you, oh honey.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Tonight I just felt it was really overwhelming, and I think like Susie just sort of you know, pushed us all into a corner, and it was just really overboard. So you know, it was a good crack, the company was good, but as far as everything else, I just, you know, I felt like I was railroaded into it really. So because of that, I've got to give her -1.
You've done it the wrong way round.
-1.
So Susie, after great expectations, we were a little bit apprehensive, but after a little bit of a false start and waiting, I thought the whole night went really, really well. I really enjoyed it, and I loved the chicken and the rice, which was absolutely great, and the dessert was particularly good. I really enjoyed tonight. I'm going to give you a 7.
Sponge. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Fantastic evening this evening. Great company. Food was fantastic, although the waiting time was a bit long. Shame all of us weren't drinking, otherwise it would have been 100% crack. Starters were fab, the main course was delicioso, and the dessert was good as well. Really enjoyed it, always enjoy your company, so I'm going to give you a 7.
Hi Pip, lovely, lovely place. Love everything about it, especially love these pillows. This is so soft. And your food was excellent, table decoration was nice, hostess with the mostess. I am going to score you an 8. It was very, very nice. I don't like lemon cake, but I tasted it anyway. Raspberries were lovely and it was very nice. If I did like lemon, I would have loved it. Thanks.
Hi. I'm going to give Pip an 8, high score today. I thought the soup was just delicious, nice and chunky. That little kick of the chilli, which was just nice, wasn't overpowering. The main was nice. I'm not a massive fan of beef, and I'm not a massive meat eater. I think the meat was something a little bit tough, could have been stewed a little bit longer, but potatoes and meat was lovely. The flavour was delicious. Tart, delicious, on par with Claire's, really, really delicious. I think the pastry could have been cooked a little bit more, but the tang of the lemon and the raspberries was just delicious, so you get an 8.
So I'm going to give Pip a 6. I think she done very well, but the pastry on the citron tart wasn't to my liking, and the soup was good, but I'm not really a soup fan, but well done.
Hello. So tonight I've had a really good time. Even though it's been a Monday night, I've had a few glasses of vino. Starter was very good, main was tasty, and so was the dessert. Although there could have been a bigger portion on the main, but that's because I'm a pig. The ambience has been really nice tonight. Actually, I've had a really good time, so I'm going to give Pip a 6.
Okay. I love her flat. I think it's amazing, and the smell of cooking food as we arrived was wonderful. Decor fantastic. I loved the soup. I think it was beautifully done. Main course was quite simple but tasty, and dessert was just beautiful as well. So my favourite meal so far, I'm going to give Pip an 8.
Hello everyone! So obviously, as you can see, we're in Pip's bedroom, gorgeous comfy, although we're not giving points for her feather lovely pillows and her lucky bed. We're giving her points for the dinner. The evening was absolutely brilliant. Pip is being a phenomenal host. I really liked the way she kept topping up everyone's glasses. The food was lovely, although I don't like lemon in desserts, so that was a bit of a faux pas, but only for me because the pastry was lovely, but I scraped off the middle, so I left it at the side. But anyway, so for the whole evening, in terms of entertainment and the hostess with the mostess, and the food, the beef bourguignon, which was lovely, I'd give Pip a 9. Not a 10 because I don't like lemon tart or lemon, but a 9 because she was a hostess with the mostess and everything was pretty amazing. So it was lovely. Thank you, Pip Walker. It was lovely.
Okay. Hi Katrina. Very nice. Room could have been a little bit tidier, you know, a lot of shit everywhere, but it is down to the food. I thought your starter was lovely. The cold soup was nice. Not my best, but you know, I still liked it. The main was absolutely gorgeous and the sauce was really, really nice. And I thought you done very well. And the dessert was lovely, even though I couldn't eat it all because it was too much. But I am going to give you a 9.
So I think Kat done a very good job. The gazpacho wasn't to my taste. Dessert was very good, so I'm going to give her an 8.
That's a 7.
Sorry. I'm going to give her an 8.
Great evening round at Katrina's, made so much effort, and this score is particularly for her dessert, which was lovely, although I didn't eat it all, but it was still amazing. I'm giving her a 10.
Every one of these.
Don't worry about your ass.
Thanks.
Right, so we're going to do a joint one this time.
So we can...
What did you think of the starter, the cold soup bit?
We are nine.
We're going. We go, don't stick that in my face. Seriously.
I thought the starter was quite risque.
Risque.